Actually, my next question was about gold. It's gained more than a quarter this past year, if my research is correct. You'll probably know better than me. While
Okay.
the dollar has continued to tank.
Mhm.
What do you think's driving the strength in gold?
A better way, let's get back up on that hill and zoom back to the year 1997. Why is that important? It's the year the baby boomers began to retire. So people go, oh, baby. Well, what is a 60 million bubble of workers, right? It's kind of cheating the math. You suddenly have 60 million workers coming to the workforce in the 60s and 70s, and then they start to leave the workforce in 1997. So now your country is losing an enormous amount of production. Whoa, is that going to cause a problem? Well, if your farm had 1 million workers on it, now it has 600,000. Yeah, it's going to be a problem. Oh, and you have to build cottages for the 400,000 that just retired, and you have to pay them money every month so they aren't eating Alpo on the sidewalk for dinner. Oh, so we lose the production and gain a massive cost. Is that bad for the economy? Hell yes. So debt is about 4 trillion back then. Today it's almost 36. Gold was 300. If you look at gold's climb, so this is why I'm zooming you out, because gold isn't about making money, in my opinion. It's about preserving the money you already have, and it's a vehicle that races along inflation. So if inflation's going up, gold's going up. In lockstep, no. But overall, generally speaking, gold is up 8,000% since 97, and the Dow Jones is only up 5,000%. What sucks for people is household income debt has climbed enormously because your payroll has only gone up like this when the costs of living have gone up like that. And that's where we're falling apart at the seams right now. And everyone's going crazy. We're full of frustration and anguish. We're full of confusion. And society is in a lot of pain. So you have gold and silver for times when things fail. And you have gold and silver for when times are artificial. If a government's creating debt out of thin air, it's not debt because they're never going to pay it back. So what is it? It's theft. It's theft of that country's future value, the currency, the country's currency's future value. So you're reaching out 100 years and stealing that value into the moment. Well, when you get to that point 100 years later, then your currency has no value. And that's where we're at. We're at the end of this run, mathematically speaking. If your whole empire is built on a sheet of ice that was once 100 feet thick, you don't care that it's built on a sheet of ice. And if the things never warm up, if you're not heating up the financial world artificially, then you're not melting that ice. You're good to go for thousands of years. But what if the ice is 3 inches thick now? Everything's going to fall through it when that ice sheet can't support the structures man has built on top of it. So the real global warming is financially. That's the real global warming. It's a heating up of artificial finances based on killing a resource that, since 71, has been just paper. So now it's almost worthless. What it supports will eventually go the same way, mathematically speaking. Everyone ends up broke, and so does the government.